These dreadful images are the consequence of hijackers getting on board aircraft with weapons. Security controls at airports are designed to prevent this. For the same reasons that we search passengers and their baggage, aircraft also need to be searched. An aircraft may simply be coming into service from a maintenance area. Or it may have come into this country from a foreign airport where security is not as strict as in the UK. It's the responsibility of the aircraft operator to ensure that an aircraft is in service free from any hazard which might threaten its security. In this video, we'll be looking at how the searching and guarding procedures can be carried out most effectively.
The purpose of pre-flight searching is to make sure that no weapon or explosive device has been placed or deliberately left on board, and that the aircraft has not been interfered with in any way that might jeopardize its security. Only personnel who've had appropriate training should search an aircraft. This could be done by cabin crew, security staff, or by cleaning staff, provided that they've been trained in searching an aircraft and in recognizing explosives and incendiary devices, that is, bombs and weapons such as knives and guns. Personnel should be provided with a search schedule which details the layout of the aircraft and in particular the location of receptacles, concealed spaces and other potential hiding places. This will also help to make sure that the searching is done in a systematic fashion.
The areas to be searched are the flight deck, the passenger cabins, the toilets, the galleys, the aircraft exterior, and the cargo holds. Because the flight deck is directly concerned with the safe operation of the aircraft, it should only be searched by qualified airline staff, such as flight crew, engineers, or trained airline security staff. When the passenger cabins are searched, special attention should be paid to those areas where a device or weapon could easily be concealed, such as baggage stowages, magazine racks, seat pockets, and under seat cushions. Fixed cushions should be pushed down and you should feel around the edges. If you find any cushions that are unzipped, you must look inside them. Seat tables must be lowered and checked. Items that are sealed, such as life jackets, should be carefully examined to make sure the seals are intact. If not, this must be brought to the attention of a supervisor or a member of the crew. Toilets are high-risk areas because they have so many places to hide something, and they are the only place where a passenger can't be seen, so an extra careful check is important. Every cupboard must be opened, and everything inside it checked. The rubbish chute must be checked to make sure nothing has been put inside it. Bins must be taken out and spaces in and around checked for anything suspicious. The galleys will also be checked, and this may include looking in cupboards, checking the ovens, and any carts which haven't been sealed by the airline. You must be on the lookout for anything which could be a weapon. Guns or knives should be easy to recognize, but be aware that a gun can be broken down into a number of smaller pieces which might not be so obvious to recognize. When the searching of the aircraft's interior has been completed in accordance with the search schedule, access to these areas must be strictly controlled. On the exterior of the aircraft, there are many areas, like the undercarriage and the control surfaces on the wings and tail, which have a direct bearing on the safe operation of the aircraft. The responsibility for that inspection normally rests with the captain or his representative to make absolutely certain that the aircraft is airworthy. Care must be taken to examine the whole of the cargo area to make sure nothing has been left from a previous flight or planted in the intervening period. This task will usually be carried out by baggage handlers.
There are occasions when an aircraft will need to be guarded after it's been searched. Access must be limited to persons authorised by the aircraft operator. The number of guards required will depend on whether the aircraft is positioned on remote or on pier stands, and the number of entry points required for access.
On some flights, tool bags or any other material taken on board must first be searched to make sure no weapon or explosive device can be placed on the aircraft after it's been searched. A guard must check the credentials of every person approaching the aircraft in order to establish that they have the proper authority to go on board. The airline may need to ensure that those boarding an aircraft are physically searched. Any person who attempts to board an aircraft without the proper authority must be reported immediately, either to the captain or an airline representative.
Once the aircraft has been searched, efficient guarding will ensure that it'll enter service with neither weapons nor explosive devices on board, which means that we can then all travel in safety.
Contact Tower 11862, bye-bye. Tower 118. 01707, report you're heading to direction 121.135. 121.135 and heading to 01705. 2391, wind 24 down, 20 knots, still up 24. 3912, clear ground, 24.